up, guys? I hope everybody's having a great day today. We're doing good here in the boot in Louisiana. We got a little stormy weather coming later on this evening, but that ain't going to make no difference to me because I'm going to be inside watching movies and talking about them with you guys. So, today, I think we're going to talk about this movie that I just watched on Netflix called Dampyr, right? It's a vampire movie. Made in 2022, directed by a gentleman named Ricardo Chamello, and it stars Wade Briggs and David Morrissey. David Morrissey, you might remember as the governor in Walking Dead, and he's been a couple other things too. First off, the movie was terrible, and I'm going to explain to you why. So, back in the early 2000s, there was this book series called Dampyr, right? And it had it was basically this movie just set in a medieval world where this girl who was like half vampire and her elf partner would basically swindle villagers into thinking that they were getting rid of vampires and monsters and stuff similar to The Witcher, but it was all just a big, like, fraud, big put on, just to swindle ignorant villagers out of their money and play on their superstitions kind of thing. And that book was great. There was a couple of them, actually. I read one or two of them, and I thought they were awesome. So when I saw this movie with this description, where it says a guy and his cohort go and swindle villagers out of their hard-earned money with, faux vampire activity and that kind of stuff, I was like, dude, that's the damn books I read. They finally made them into a movie. So what did I do? I went and checked it out on Netflix. Needless to say, the only thing that this movie has in common with that book series is the premise of the guy being a phony vampire hunter. The original book set in a medieval fantasy world. The movie set in 1990s, the Balkans. What? Give me a fantasy world where it's elves and stuff hunting vampires. That's way cooler than war-torn Balkans in 1990. Get out of town. So, I decided, I'll give it a shot. I'm not going to turn it off just because it's not what I thought. And so, keep watching it. And we get character names like Draka, Gorka, Laka, Laser. Like, who wrote this? Who said, you know what? I'm going to make this guy Gorka. And then this guy over here, I'm going to make him Dorka. And then this guy over here, I'm going to make him Porka. Okay, dude. This ain't Sesame Street. We ain't rhyming. Learn to write. Learn to name people. They have seminars on that you can go take. But our character names are stupid. The premise of the movie itself is interesting. It's very similar to the book, even though it has nothing to do with the book past that premise. The acting is just terrible. We see David Morrissey with this wig on, and he's just sitting in a green room with CGI red and black smoke around him, commanding his minions with his mind. No, dude, it's terrible. Now, there are some of the special effects that look passable, but most of them, it looks like it's a Sci-Fi Channel original movie on 7 o'clock Saturday night. You know what I mean? It doesn't look quality. The production quality it varies. It varies from really good up here, and I'm like, oh, because the beginning of the movie starts off, I'm like, oh, okay. All right, this is cool. I can dig this. I can get into it. And then it's almost like they just shot their wad on their special effects for that opening little segment, and then everything else had to be low quality jibber jabber. You know what I mean? And the acting, none of these people are famous in the States anyway. None of them are like, oh man, I know that guy. It's not a Tom Hardy. It's not a Logan Marshall Green. It's not a Chris Evans. We don't get any of these people. We get Wade Briggs, whoever the hell that guy is. And the only other person of any note is David Morrissey. And all he does is just phone in his acting. The cinematography, it feels like you're watching a war movie, which I guess technically you kind of are. But, you're just seeing, shelled out buildings and rubble everywhere. And it's not like there's a lot of, pretty open scenery or sweeping shots of anything. It's basically like, oh, I'm in Jakarta. or I'm in Fallujah and there's a bunch of bombed out buildings with vampire. Dude, and let's talk about the vampire. So, Wade Briggs, our main character, his name is Harlan Draka, and he is like a half vampire. But he can kill vampires with a touch. No guns, no stakes in the heart, nothing like that. He just like walks up and is like, and they're like, "Ah!" And they melt, right? Stupid. Absolutely stupid, like, plot device for this guy to be able to kill vampires. It's really dumb. I just didn't care for that aspect of it. I didn't care for the acting. I didn't care for really any of it past that opening scene when I discovered this is not like the book at all. And the director is a hack, and the actors are all hacks. And I wish that I could get the hour and 40-something minutes of my life back that I wasted watching this piece of crap. But what can you do, guys? I bit the bullet for y'all so you wouldn't have to endure. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want y'all watching this. This is terrible. In fact, you can go on to Netflix, not even watch it, and just give it a thumbs down because it's terrible. Don't even waste your time. I give Dampyr half a star and out of 5, half a star out of 5. You can, again, if you really want to, check it out on Netflix. It's streaming over there. If you want to hurt yourself emotionally, mentally, both of those might want to cause you to hurt yourself physically. So yeah, just don't even waste your time on it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I sincerely appreciate all the views that I get, all the likes, comments, everything. I really appreciate it, guys. And I'm going to keep watching them so you don't have to, as long as you keep watching these, and I'm going to keep making them. So I love you guys. Peace out. God bless. Talk to you soon.